Y'all ever watch a fantasy drama that's really good until it starts explaining itself too much? That's when time stopped in a nutshell. Placing this one yellow on the Krew Meter, proceed with caution, because it's not for every taste. And if you're searching for explanations of where a drama should land on your watch list, stick around for the tea and go on and hit that subscribe button for some entertaining takes on your favorite and not so favorite dramas. Now let's get into it. When Time Stop genuinely does have a strong overarching plot with relatable mini-stories within the main story. And if you've watched my content for any length of time, you know that's my jam. Especially when the mini-stories connect like Legos to create this big masterpiece. And I actually found this series because of Kim Hyun-jun's performance in Boys Over Flowers. I was on a futile mission to get him to end up with Goom Jan-D, but after so many dramas, I know the second male lead is never going to get the girl. So I wanted redemption for him by being the male lead for a change, and this did everything I needed it to do. And it helped tremendously that this wasn't 20 episodes long, creating unnecessary filler. So why did I give it yellow if I liked it so much? It was the last 2 episode info dump that hurt my sci-fi fantasy brain. While I do appreciate any attempts to explain the unexplainable, it still has to make sense. So with this show, I have officially forgiven Abyss for not explaining things in their last episode after spending all this time wanting it to make sense. So I'm gonna just let the writers have this one and give them an A for effort. But comprehension? Ugh. Now, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, basically think shows like My Demon, Goblin, or Tomorrow, where God, humans, and entities interact within the parameters set up for their specific genre. In this one, there's a glitch in humans that give them powers, so God sends entities to deal with the glitches, as God doesn't think humans have the moral capacity to use their powers for good. Now here's a spoiler, so if you're planning on watching, hit the skip button a few times. So if you're here, here's the spoiler. It's that the entities are humans that messed up, and God is giving them a chance at redemption through rounding up humans with the powers by borrowing his powers for a period of time. And in this case, they chose not to go back to the Joseon era like most shows do. And it felt weird to me. Which got me thinking, we see a lot of jokes and complaints about recycled tropes, but when they do try something different, it feels a little awkward. Alright, spoiler alert off, back to the point. Which is, if you accept that the fantasy rules don't fully make sense here, you'll get a decent, emotionally grounded drama that doesn't overstay its welcome. But if you're the type that has to understand the how and the why, the last 2 episodes will do this to you. And once again, not because they didn't try to explain it, but because the explanation doesn't make sense. So Krew, where does When Time Stop land on your Krew Meter? Green, yellow, or red? And why? Let's talk about it in the comments below. And if you're looking for a really good fantasy series, check out my take on Moon in a Day, taking a different approach to the mystical genre. And as always, if you like this kind of content and you want to see more of it, you know what you gotta do.